my name is Deborah and this is my channel Stitch the Stash. Today is Saturday, January 30th, 2021. This is FlossTube number 32. I am back for another update with you today. It has been 2 weeks since I've last given you an update. I did say last time that it would be 2 weeks instead of 1 week between my updates because I was participating in 24 hours of cross stitch last weekend, and I'll let you know how that worked out in a little bit. But if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. If this is your first time checking out my channel, I hope you enjoy. This is a channel all about cross stitch. I have recently started sharing knitting, but there is no knitting today. So how is everybody doing? Well, I hope. It has been a very busy 2 weeks for me. Busy with work, busy stitching. I'm super excited to be back and share everything with you because I do have finishes, I have whips, I have new starts. Yeah, so I have a lot to share with you today. I'm hoping that I closed the window blind behind me, so hopefully the lighting will be a little bit better so you don't see through my stitching as bad as you did last time. But I did put up a board last time, but hey, hopefully I won't have to do that today. So let's go ahead and get started. I do have 2 finishes to share with you today, very exciting. The first one is my Quirky Quaker Fox by Darling and Whimsey Designs. I started this on January 16th for Erin 2 Martini Stitchers Quirky Quaker style that she started, and I could not resist participating. So I started this, which you saw the start last week. I finished this the next day on the 17th. The fabric is a 32 count linen by X Jude Design in the color Marbled Blue, and I chose a coloring cotton thread in the color Red Fox. Absolutely love it. It does have a little DMC 310 in it, and I also did add my initials and the year right here. I just did it 1 strand 1/1, so you can't really see it on screen, but in person you can. I have no idea how I will be finishing these, but I do know that I will be stitching many more. So this was a finish number 3 for the year. And my next finish is Winter's Owls by Madame Chantilly. And the last time I showed the pattern to you, it's a bigger pattern. There are 3 birdhouses with different owls on the whole pattern. I just chose to do a portion of the pattern, and this was the center motif of the pattern, and I absolutely love how it turned out. I stitched this on 28 count Joblin. It's a Fabrics by Stephanie in the color Tides Pool, and it's just this beautiful wintry blue color. I thought it was perfect for a winter themed piece. I did pull some of my own colors for this pattern. Some of them are the call for DMC, but some of them are my own. If you want to know what I changed, just let me know and I'll share the next time. I can tell you right now, the earmuffs are my own color. There was a different color for that. But yeah, I love how this turned out. I'm thinking of turning it into a flat fold. I do not know if it will happen for this winter, but we shall see. So this was finish number 4 for the year, and I'm super happy because I am on target for my 50 finishes this year. I said that I needed at least 4 a month, and 2 months I need 1 extra to be able to have 50 finishes by the end of 2021. And I'm doing this in a way to celebrate my turning 50 in August. So I thought, well, what kind of way can I celebrate? And I thought, let me try to have 50 finishes this year. So right now I have 4 out of 50, and I'm looking forward to seeing how many more I can get coming in February. All right, so let's move on to my works in progress and new starts. What have I been working on during the past 2 weeks? Quite a bit. I have 9 projects to share with you right now, so let's go ahead and dive in. The first project I worked on was Beach Dance by Lindy Stitches. I started this for Nick, who's from Stitches with Sphinxes here on FlossTube and on Instagram. She wanted to start this for her birthday weekend. I jumped on board and I was super excited to get this started, which you saw my start last time, but I continued to work on it for a couple of extra days. This is where it was at the last time you saw it. I am stitching this on a 32 count linen by Be Stitch Me Fabrics in the color Mummy. And this is where I'm at with it. As you can see, I started putting in the checkered borders, which I absolutely love. I have 2 sides completed, and then I went in and put in more of the beach here. So yeah, I alternated between border, beach, and then border. I'm going to definitely be picking this back up in February. I'm going to try to stitch on it every month the day that I started this, which was, I believe, January 15th. So the 15th of every month, I will work on this. I absolutely cannot wait to get this one done this year. The next project I worked on was Princess Elliana by Mirabilia. I started her for my birthday last year, and on the 17th of every month, I tried to pull her out and give her a little bit of love. I was not very consistent with it towards the end of last year, but that is going to change this year because I have the goal of trying to get her halfway completed. I originally had thought I wanted her 100% finished by the end of this year, but I just do not think that's very reasonable with everything else I want to stitch this year. So the goal of halfway done, I think it's very possible, especially if she comes out every month to be worked on. And then I am planning on pulling her out a little extra next month for a challenge I'm participating in, Semi-Sane Stitchers Facebook group. I did say I am no longer counting stitches, so I'm just participating in events that are non-counting or time related. So this is where she was at the last time you saw her. I am stitching her on a 32 count linen by Under the Sea Fabrics in the color Lapis. And this is where I'm at with her. Not a whole lot of more progress, but some. I started with coming down here and filling in more of this space. And then what I chose to do was start to fill in the spaces here that still had some stitching. All of these empty spaces that you see right here will be beads. So I tried to fill in what I could. I added a little bit more down here, and then I came up here and I started to fill in this space. And then I did fill in all of this right here. So not a whole lot, but I had a lot of fun, especially adding the color pink and purple. It was always exciting to be able to put a new color for this pattern because she's just stunning. So yep, I will be pulling her back out in February for quite a bit of love. My next project was a brand new start, and I just have to share that I put it in this wonderful bag that Caitlin from Big Apple Stitching had made me. She stitched this piece and then made it into a project bag for my birthday last year, and I absolutely love it, and I felt it deserved a special project. So my brand new start that I had went in it. And what was it? It was Oh Joyous Day by Blackbird Designs. I started this on January 20th, which was Inauguration Day here in the US. And I joined in on the Oh Joyous Inauguration Sal that Jessie Marie, who's Jessie Marie Does Stuff, hosted. And then Carla Rolodex Stitches also hosted Inauguration Stitch Day Sal. So I just started this, absolutely love it. As I've said previously, I am planning on stitching this into drums, and I'm starting with this top band right here, and then I will also stitch this bottom band, and they will both be made into drums. I'm not sure when I will do the middle portion or if I will, but I really love those two bands, and I thought it would be great made into a drum. So I'm stitching this on a 32 count a 36 count linen by Coloring Cotton in the color Pearwood, and this is where I got to on it. This was everything that I stitched on in one day. I started before work, and then I stitched on it during lunch, and then I stitch on it just a little bit after work. I could not put this down. I am stitching this all with the called for DMC. I am not using any of the over dye threads. I've said this before, Blackbird designs are beautiful in DMC. I've stitched a few that way, and I'm also stitching some with the over dyes. They're just as beautiful. So if you don't have them, use your DMC. It turns out just stunning. So yep, this is where I'm at. I am planning on pulling this out on the 20th of every month because I would like to get this finished. The next project I pulled out was Spring by the Cricket Collection. I said this year that I'm starting to incorporate stitching on projects when they have their birthday. Spring had a birthday this past week, so I pulled her out to work on it. This is where it was at the last time you saw it. I am stitching it on 32 count, yes, 32 count Joblin, 32 count Joblin. It's a Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers fabric in the color Dusty Rose. And this is where I'm at with it. I did not get a whole lot of stitching done on it. I did manage to finish stitching the yellow of the pea. So all the yellow is done. It just has a bit of fill-in with some flowers. And I'm hoping that I'll get more of it completed in February because it was pulled for WIPGO in February, which I have it down for 3 days total stitching. I've done 1 day of stitching this month, but I think I'm going to go ahead and do another full 3 days on it next month. So yeah, it will come back out in February for a little bit more love and a little bit more progress. The next project I worked on shared a birthday with Spring that I just showed you. They both had their birthday on January 21st, so I worked on one on Thursday and the other one on Friday, and the pattern is Geranium by Mirabilia. I've said this before that my pattern did not come with the original picture attached to it, so I just went to the internet, found this picture, and printed it out. This is where it was at the last time you saw it. I am stitching it on a 28 count linen. It's a silk weaver fabric, and the color is Cinnamon Roll. And this is where I'm at with it. I made just a teensy bit of progress. What I decided to do was focus on the bottom of her dress, and so everything here is the edge of her dress. I'm working my way towards the front. There's a little bit of a ruffle right here that needs to be completed. The empty spaces again are where beads go. So once I finish her dress, I'll put in her legs and her feet, and then come and work on her wings. Probably her face and hair and her bouquet that she's holding over here will be the last things I attempt. I haven't put in any of the Krennic yet, so I'll do the Krennic last and then the beads. So absolutely love where she is landing right now, and I'm hoping to pull her out sometime again this year because it would be nice to have her done. I think she's just stunning. Next up is Let's Talk Winter by Hands On Design. This is part of her Chalk Talk series. I started this in December for the winter solstice, and I pulled it out this past weekend for 24 hours of cross stitch. And I also have it on my WIPGO board for a finish, and it was called in January, and this is where it was at the last time you saw it. I am stitching it on a 32 count linen, fabrics by Stephanie in the color Slate. And this is where I'm at with it. So I have it on, I took it off my Q-snap and put it on a scroll frame. And where I have it is, all this was completed on the snow day. Was completed, but I put in a couple of red stitches, and then I finished everything from here down, and I finished putting in the word blizzard. I am officially in the bottom third of the pattern. Will it be finished this month? No, but it will be finished in February. For 24 hours of cross stitch, I did not hit 24 hours. I hit 9 hours and 50 minutes. And that's okay. I was not expecting to get 24 hours. I did think I would get more time put into it, but I'm telling you what, my eyes were going cross-eyed because one, it's a dark fabric, but also stitching with DMC 3865, I got quite burnt out on it. So I stitched on it for close to 10 hours, and I just picked it back up this morning and put a little bit of work into it. But it will be finished next month, hopefully sooner in the first half of the month. I'd like to go ahead and knock this one out, but I'm so excited that I'm almost done with it. And the next project I worked on was Sleeping Bee by the Blue Flower. It also had a birthday this month, so I pulled it out on January 25th for a little bit of love. This is where it was at the last time you saw it. I am stitching it on a 36 count linen. It is by Quaker Fabrics, who is Kitten Stitcher's son, and you can purchase the fabric from kittenstitcher.com, and the color is Graham Cracker. And this is where I'm at on it. I put in all of its back legs. I started putting in the body, and then I started outlining the wings. I started with this wing over here, and I spent close to an hour putting this in, and I realized where I started it, it was 3 rows too high on the body, so I had to frog it all out, which I just went ahead and did it, got it over with, and then I immediately put the wing back in, and then I decided to come over here and put this wing in. I do not have this. No, actually I do. I do have this on my WhipGo board this year, and so it will come out for 3 more days of love at some point whenever it is called for WhipGo. I love it, and I didn't work on this at all last year other than when I started it, so it definitely needs to have more love and get closer to a finish. More projects, and we have Shanna right here. Hopefully she'll settle down. She's been a little rambunctious and chasing Chloe today. So yeah, and it looks like she's heading to her blanket. Maybe. Okay, so the next project I worked on was Morison 1830. This is by Hands On Design. I did purchase this exclusively from Traditional Stitches in Canada. This was created for them to celebrate their 20th anniversary, and over the summer and fall they were selling the pattern, and you also could purchase the threads and fabric until they had sold out, and they have officially sold out. There will be no more reprints of this pattern, so unfortunately you cannot get it anymore. I had purchased the full kit with the silks and fabric, because when you did that you got 15% off on your order, but I am not using the fabric that it came with. I changed it out to a fabric from my stash. This is where it was at the last time you saw it, just a little bit of progress. I started it on Christmas Day. The fabric I chose is a 40 count linen by Picture This Plus in the color Fawn. And this is where I'm at with it. There is a sale going on with it right now, and I am behind, of course. What someone did is they broke the pattern down into parts so that every month you knew where you needed to be. And this started in December. Everyone started on December 5th. I started 20 days later, so I already knew I would be behind quite a bit. But I'm really happy with my progress. I believe on this border I've come down as far as I need to be. Maybe need to go a little bit further. I have to check the chart to finish by the end of February to be caught up. That's not going to happen, but at least I know where I need to get to if I'd like to try to catch up. I pulled this out on the 25th of January to work on it. I will continue to do that every month this year in hopes of getting it done by the end of this year. And I am working on it for a challenge, a non-counting challenge right now. So it's getting like 5 extra days of work right now. But I absolutely love it. It's beautiful. And this is my first time stitching on 40 count linen by Picture This Plus, and I'm quite pleased that it's no problem for me. I stitch a lot on 36 count, And I picture this plus to be a much tighter fabric. When it's dyed, it shrinks a lot, and I'm not having any issue. I do need to use magnification light. But yeah, I've found that I am not having any problem stitching on this. But yep, love it. And this needle minder is from Grandma Girl Designs on Etsy. The last project, which was Mots d'Amour by Long Dog Samplers. This came out on yesterday, which was the 29th of the month. Erin to Martini Stitcher last February 29th started the style Long Dog Leap Day style. We all started Long Dog Samplers, or if you already had one, you continued working on it, and the idea is to pull it out on the 29th of every month and then hopefully have it finished in 4 years. I think I'm going to take the entire 4 years. I've said this in the past just because of all of the back stitching that this pattern has. It has quite a bit. This is where it was at the last time you saw it. I am stitching it on a 36 count linen by Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers in the color Dusty Rose. And this is where I'm at with it. I did not get a whole lot of progress on it yesterday. I was quite busy, and then during my lunch break, I got a little distracted with something else. But what I decided to do is I finished putting in this motif around the border. I started putting in the bee, and then what's left is just to finish the bee head, and then there's a bunch of back stitching all the way around on the inside of this piece. So I just figured I would pull it out. I do have this slated for a challenge in Semi-Sane Stitchers next month, so it's going to get a little extra love, and then come back out on the 29th. And yeah, as you can see, I still have not gone and finished putting in this back stitching. I have to be in the right frame of mind to do all the back stitching because there is a lot of it. And eventually, I will need to put this on a scroll frame because I do not want to put clamps over my back stitching. But yep. That was the last project I worked on for the month of January. So that was quite a bit of progress for a lot of whips for the past 2 weeks. So let's go ahead and move on to purchases. Retail therapy. What has come into my hot little hands during the past 2-3 weeks? Quite a bit of stuff variety here. The first thing is another vintage owl lady bag. I could not resist this adorable Valentine's Day bag simply because who does not love cats, corgis, puppy dogs, whatever. It's absolutely cute and adorable, and I needed it in my life. And the inside is this adorable heart with arrows design. Super love it. And then this is the little zipper pull on it, just a series of little hearts. Absolutely love this. And then I also got a bag from Lynn X Stitches. Lynn X Stitches Creates. This is her card. You can find her on Etsy. That's how she sells her bags. And I saw this one and I said, me please, could not me please it fast enough. This is the back of it. Isn't it adorable? It is Calico Kitty and it says, I meow you. Another adorable Valentine's bag that I absolutely had to have. It has this really pretty white fabric inside, eyelet fabric inside. Very well made. I'm super excited to finally have one of her bags. I know so many people have them, and I love the size. 11 by 11 Q-snap, and all the goodies could easily fit inside of this bag. Absolutely love it. And then what else did I get? I placed an order with a Lindy Stitches because there was one thing that I particularly wanted, and it was a pair of these adorable heart scissors. They are a Kelmscott Designs scissors. She had them all different colors. I wanted the pink. But of course, these scissors could not travel by themselves, so I went ahead and purchased this pattern that I had been eyeing. It's called Beautiful Things. I absolutely love the saying because it is absolutely true. But that wasn't all. I could not resist getting one of her little scissor mouses. Isn't she adorable? And this is my pair of scissors that I put in there. Absolutely love this. It is made from wood in Indiana, and super adorable. I decided to get this because when I sit and stitch at my desk here, I have my scissors on the table a lot, and sometimes Shanna will just jump over, and of course these scissors are very pointy and I don't want her to get hurt, so I just have this sitting on my desk here keeping me company while I stitch. I am part of the Color and Cotton monthly thread club and fabric, and I finally got my November threads and my December threads, and my December threads are the last ones I will receive from her because I did cancel my subscription. I probably had it for close to 2 years, and I started getting duplicates, so I said it's time to end it and move on to something else. So I'm not going to take these out of their packages, but these are the November's all colors. Super, super pretty colors right there. These are her brights and variegated for November. Love them. And then these are her primitive neutrals for November. Super pretty. Love that purple. And then I got the December ones just the other day. These are her brights and variegated for December. Her all colors. Love this pink right here. And then her primitive and neutrals for December. Super pretty. And there's actually this purple one right here is a limited edition, so that means it will not already be in my stash. So that was what I got from my Color and Cotton monthly threads, and like I said, I will not be receiving any more of those. Then I placed an order with Mrs. Sadis Silks probably three weeks ago. I can't remember. I got them very quickly. She was projecting we wouldn't receive them until March because they do come from Spain, but I got them, I would say, within 3 weeks. But she did a thread conversion pack for Sarcy Girls on Instagram. She did a 2020 pandemic sampler that she created. You can download it for free from her Instagram link tree, and Mrs. Sadis Silks did a conversion, and it was a charity. Portions of the proceeds went to a charity in Spain. I believe it was to help feed children during the COVID crisis right now. So I love these, and here are absolutely just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful colors. I did put a picture on my Instagram account of all of these gorgeous colors. Now I need to pick fabric because I'm planning on starting this in March on my 1-year anniversary of working from home, which is March 13th. I started working from home on March 13th. So I thought, I actually got the idea from Climbing Stitcher because she is doing the same, and I thought that's brilliant. So I'm starting this on March 13th, and I need to do a little stash dive to see what I can put with it. But that's not all that came from Mrs. Sadis, because when it comes from Spain, you take advantage and maybe add a couple extra things into it. So I added this other silk. It is called Popcorn. I think it is just absolutely beautiful with the teals and purples and pinks, and I'm planning on doing a monochromatic pattern and use this. I have no idea what, but this will be something that I'm looking forward to seeing how it stitches up. And I also got one more silk pack from her. It's for a pattern that Jan Hicks creates, designed. It's called Find Your Joy. I just absolutely love this color palette, and I figured I'm placing an order that's coming from Spain, so let's go ahead and add these beauties into it too. I do love the pattern that Jan designed. I do not know if I will stitch it and use these for something else. I just love the color palette for this, so these had to come live with me too. I absolutely love stitching with these silks. I have my Quaker cat that by the work basket that I'm stitching is in a Mrs. Seda silk, and it's just divine. And then she also sent me this free needle minder with my order. And then this one too. All right, so that's my Mrs. Sadis order. At the beginning of January, the next thing I purchased was from the Black Needle Society. They do retreats in a box, and then they sometimes do special edition boxes. The retreat in the box is a bi-monthly box subscription that you can purchase, but then they do special edition retreats, which are special extra boxes. And last year they did one called Frog Warts Year 1, and I had the opportunity to purchase that retreat in a box, but I passed on it and I regretted it once I saw it being opened, and I decided that once year 2 opens, I'm in for it. But what they did is they also released the year 1 pattern at the same time this year. And so I went ahead and got the band sampler for year 1. Absolutely love it. When I saw people stitching this, I was like, that is absolutely beautiful. I couldn't wait. I was excited that they were re-releasing just this pattern this year. Now, I will tell you that they are not planning on releasing years 2 through 7 individually like they did year 1. They are keeping it exclusive to purchasing the retreat in a box. So I know some people who purchased this pattern before they announced that, so tomorrow is the last day you can pre-order the year 2 box. So if you're interested in the patterns, you'll need to get it through the boxes. But I'm here for it. It's Harry Potter. The box was fantastic. I'm here for it for every year. I will just save my money for it every year. And then they also included this adorable frog chocolate needle minder. Absolutely love this. Super excited and unexpected to get that. So I'm super excited to get that box in July. And what it is, you're purchasing the box, but then you're also purchasing the 4-day retreat. It's a digital retreat, and every year through year 7, it will be an online digital retreat, so they can include all the international stitchers who want to participate. So super excited to have gotten that. I am planning on, I started kitting up some of the colors. I need to get fabric, and I want to start that before July at some point. All right, what is next? When I placed an order through 123 Stitch for some threads, I threw in this kit. It's a dimensions kit. It comes with the low hoop and the threads and the fabric. I saw Zakia from Lady Wing Design stitching this and finishing it, and then I saw someone else stitching this and changing out the fabric, and I was like, that did it for me. So I'm going to stash dive and maybe find a beautiful pink fabric to put this gorgeous kitty on. Love it. Then Color and Cotton did some grab bags. They're like ornament size cuts. They put 3 fabrics per bag, and then you could order as many bags as you want. There was no guarantee that you wouldn't get duplicates, and you would get, you could order Aida or linen, and you don't know the name of the fabric and you don't know the count of the fabric, but I'm pretty pleased with what I got. I purchased 3 grab bags, and I did not get any duplicate colors, and I wanted to try their 40 count, and I'm super excited. I believe I received 4 colors in 40 count. I have, I think, 2 in 36, and then the rest are either 28 or 32. But these are the colors I got. This gorgeous bluish gray, love it. This is, I believe, is a 40 count. I got this beautiful purplish color. It's a little washed out. I believe this is also a 40 count. And then this gorgeous neutral, I think is a 40 count. And then this bright orange, bright orange. Yeah, that's a little accurate right there. Also believe it's a 40 count. Very pretty. And then I believe this is a 36 count. It's actually a little bit more peachy in person. It's a peachy gray. It's definitely more peachy in person. Not showing that accurately. This might be a 32. Beautiful pink. This might be a 32 green. That actually reminds me of something I'm currently stitching on, but I haven't compared the two. This probably is a 32 or 28. And I think this is a 28. Really pretty. But these are decent size cuts. They're about 8 by 12. So you could definitely put some ornaments on these. I am definitely planning on using some of these for more of my quirky Quaker patterns that I have in my stash. I received yesterday one of these fabulous tubes from Russia. This is a pattern from Nitka Moscow on Instagram. And Barbara Anna Designs teamed up with her for some exclusive kits. And I've been resisting them for the longest time. And then Annie Joyful Stitcher, Erin 2 Martini Stitcher, and Ice Stitcher, they all are stitching this. Ice Stitcher just finished this the other day. And I purchased Tree of Life pattern, and it comes as a kit. I ordered it on the beginning of the new year, and it shipped on January 8th, and I received it yesterday from Moscow. So I received it in like 3 weeks. It does not have a picture, so this is what it will kind of look like, because everyone's been showing like little mini postcards, blurbs. That's why that came to my mind. I don't know. Little mini postcard of a snippet of the pattern, but it came with, I believe this is a 32 count linen, and it has a couple of needles, and it came with all of the DMC colors in this gorgeous braid. And then the pattern is huge, it's beautiful, it's very easy to read. And I'm thinking that I might stash dive and switch out the fabric to something else. But I do, this is a nice neutral. It's actually, it's a very, it says Weigart, so it's not like a crunchy linen. But I just think I might want to stash dive first and see if there's something else that I want to stitch it on. But I'm super excited to finally have this kit. I love the pattern, especially with all the black cats that are in it. I do not know when I will start it, but it might appear as a start sooner rather than later. All right, so then my other retail therapy is yarn. Treehouse Knits put up a pre-order for her January 2021 mystery yarn. I received it the other day. It's absolutely beautiful. She showed you the inspiration picture that the yarn was based off of, and I fell in love with it. I could not order this fast enough. And I got the 80-20 fingering, which is 80% merino, 20% nylon, and it is 400 yards, and it is stunning. I got it, and I'm like, what can I cast on? I wanted to cast this on right away, and I'm actually starting a shawl with my sister next month, and I just need one more skein of yarn, so I'm going to stash dive and see if I find something that maybe would go with this. Absolutely love it. And then Forbidden Fiber Co. did a couple of specialty Valentine's Day boxes that she had put on pre-order, I think beginning of December. End of December, I'm not sure, but I ordered the knitting one and the cross stitch one. The cross stitch one is on its way to me, but I received the knitting one the other day. I have opened it just to see the beautiful flowers in there, which the yarn is all packaged up with the flowers, so there's some extra goodies. We're not supposed to be opening it until Valentine's Day, and there is a pattern in there that you use the yarn for, and It sits behind me on my little rack right here. Every day I hear it whispering, open me, open me. But I've been good, and I'm going to wait till Valentine's Day. So I will share what's in that once Valentine's Day is here. All right, so I think that is all of my retail therapy. Let's move on to plans. So what are my plans for the next week? Well, the February WIPGO numbers were called, and my projects were Autumn Dream. It's a cottage garden samplings Songbird's Garden piece. And also Spring by the Cricket Collection. I have both of those down for 3 days of stitching, and then my WIPGO goal is met. You've already seen Spring because I worked on it on its birthday this month. And I've already said that I'm going to do another 3 days on that. So we'll get a total of 4 days stitching, and then Autumn Dream is going to get a guaranteed 3 days this month. If I do more, it just depends on if I have time. So then I'm also going to pull out Winter Rose Manor on February 1st. It was my New Year start, and my goal is to pull it out on the 1st of every month and get a good chunk of progress on it through this year. And hopefully I would like to have it finished by the end of this year, but if I can get through that 6,000 stitched house, I might have a chance. But if I can just get good progress on it, I'll be happy. And then I have 2 new starts next week. The first one is The Dreaming Girl by Barbara Anna Designs. She is doing a mystery stitch along. It releases the first day is February 1st. So I just need to pull out some fabric and the thread and get that ready for February 1st. And then I'm also starting Stronger Together, which is put out by the Fat Quarter Shop. I've showed both of these patterns to you in my last update. The Stronger Together is a celebration for Black History Month. You could get the quilt pattern and the cross stitch pattern. I purchased both. Proceeds of those patterns went to the NAACP College Fund, and what I loved about both patterns is that they gave you biographies of prominent Black women like Harriet Tubman. Very informative, very educational. So I'm super excited to get that one started. I might even use one of my fabrics here because I don't think it's going to be that big to where I need a whole fat quarter or anything like that. So I need to pull out fabric for that. And let's see, I also need to finish my next Lizzie Kate yearbook, which is March. I don't know if I'll pull it out this coming week, but I might try to put at least 1 day of stitching on that. So that is my plans for the next week. I'm really happy with my January recap. I took a look and I put down every day I stitch, I write it in this calendar, which is the Needlework Enthusiast book. This is put out by Needlework Press. It's a calendar that they put out. I said last year. I was not able to get last year's in time before they sold out, but I knew I wanted to get this one. It's the 2021 Book of Days. And it's monthly calendars, and there's little stories and quotes and everything. It's a really nice book. But I write down every day what I stitch on. And as you can see, I have highlights for new starts, and I highlight my finishes. I add stickers. I have my WIPGO challenges up here. Absolutely love it. But as you can see, I have stitched every day this month, with the exception of tomorrow, because tomorrow hasn't happened, but I will be stitching. And I'm really happy. I realized that I actually stitched on 17 WIPs. I had 4 new starts. I had 4 finishes. I finished one of my WIPGO goals, and I'm almost finished with the second one, which is Let's Talk Winter. That needs to be a finished piece before I can cross that goal off. We know it's not going to happen this month. I will stitch on it tomorrow, and that's probably what I'll stitch on tomorrow, but it's not going to be finished until February. Let's see. I did say I'm not counting stitches this year, and I think that has been really good for me. I've counted stitches for 2 years, and at the end of each year, I've been feeling pretty burnt out by it. So I said, no counting stitches this year, and I think that's been really good to free up some of my mental space, even though it's just counting on on my little, I have an app on my phone that I just, hit the little tally mark every time I stitched. And I think just letting go of that has really helped my stitching, because I feel like I've been more productive without having to worry like, oh, did I count those 5 stitches? Or, oh, did I add those 10 stitches? So I'm really happy that I've been able to find challenges that I can participate in that are non-counting. They're either just make progress, you have the start at the beginning of the month and show what you do for the end of the month, or they're time related. And I can do that. And I love a good challenge, and I'm excited that I have those challenges, because they're just extra motivators, and maybe it will help me touch a few more projects during the month. So I hope to continue in February with my stitching every day. I don't think it's going to happen every month, but I'd like to see how long into the year that I can make that happen. All right, so that is all my plans and my little bit of a January recap. So what else do I have? I have one last thing for you. So give me 2 seconds and I'll be right back. I'm back. I just had to get a drink of water. My throat was drying out. But if you have made it this far into this video, I have a giveaway for you. I super enjoyed stitching on the Quirky Quaker by Darling and Whimsey Designs. Once I stitched the first one, I said, I need more in my life. I love the fact that it's something that you could actually stitch in one day. In my case, it was 2. I started too late in the day. Of course, then I also did a video, so I ran out of time to finish stitching it at the evening. I tried really hard. I got really close, and I think I probably had another 30 minutes of stitching to do on it. And I was like, no, I'm too tired. So mine was a 2-day finish. And what I want to do is share the joy of stitching a Quirky Quaker with you. So I'm going to give 3 lucky winners a PDF pattern of a Quirky Quaker of your choice. So what do you need to do to enter? First of all, please make sure that the Happy Mail Google form is completed. It's the link in the description box. If you do not fill that out and I choose you as a winner, I will draw another winner. This way I already have your address or your email address, because you will be emailed the pattern. It's just, if you want to enter, fill that out. It's just information just for you and me. I ask that you are a subscriber. You need to be over 18. And I do not want you to say giveaway in the comment. If you do, I will delete your comment. I want one of my subscribers, my stitchy friends, to receive it, not some troll looking for giveaways. I want you to go to the Darling and Whimsey Designs shop. I will link it below. I want you to look at her Quirky Quakers and decide which one is your favorite and which one is that you would like to win. I then want you to comment below saying my favorite Quirky Quaker is, and say what one is it. Is it a fox? Is it the hedgehog? Is it the lovebirds? Just let me know which one it is, and that way I know if I choose you as a winner, I know which one to send you. I will be searching for the word quirky. Q-U-I-R-K-Y. Quirky. So that's the key word. Quirky Quaker, and then which one it is. But quirky is the word that I will be searching for. You have 1 week to enter this giveaway. I will choose a winner next Saturday, which is the February 6th at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you have 1 week from today, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, to get your comment in. And then I will choose 3 lucky winners, and I will get your patterns to you. Either I will email them to you or Deanna will email them to you, but you will get your patterns on next Saturday. So go ahead and enter that giveaway, and I hope you enjoy perusing her wonderful patterns and have fun choosing which one you would like to win. All right, so that is it. That is all I have for you today. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope that you've stuck out with me this long, especially because I have the giveaway and I forgot to mention it at the beginning. But yeah, I am going to get this video edited and uploaded, and then I'm gonna get some stitching done. I need to FFO my February yearbook, so I have that ready to go for Monday. So yeah, with that, I hope you all are doing well. I hope you're getting a lot of stitchy time in and getting a lot of X's in, and that you are doing well and staying healthy. So with that, I will see you next week. Until then, happy stitching. Bye.